guys, welcome back to my channel. This video has been a long time coming. I finally grew the courage and the nerve to go on camera with literally nothing on my face. I've gotten so many requests on Instagram, on TikTok, on how I do my makeup, and so let's get started. So first, my hair is going up because I hate having hair in my face while I do my makeup, so it's gonna look a little crazy for a little bit. And I'm gonna apologize beforehand if I'm looking off to the side. My mirror is here, so you're probably gonna get this view a lot. I will try my best to look forward, but that's kind of hard. So I've already washed my face, I've toned my face, I've put moisturizer on my face. So my next step is to go in with my primer, and so this is the POREfessional Hydrating Primer from Benefit Cosmetics. So I use about that much. And I let that sit for a little bit. While that's sitting, I go in and hydrate my lips a little bit just because they're a tad bit dry. So I use just Carmax, nothing fancy. I normally wait about 30 seconds to a minute before I start putting foundation on, but because I do have a lot of acne right now, I don't color correct. As you can see, I have a lot of redness in my face. I don't color correct mainly because I don't know how to. And secondly, I don't like wasting money on product that is temporary. I know that my acne is temporary. So I go in with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. It looks like this in the shade Medium Neutral. And so here I just go in and conceal all those scars, all that redness, and I don't buff it out. That's gonna be like a huge thing for people. I don't buff it, I let it sit for a little bit, and then I go in with my Morphe Jeffree Star JS1 brush, and I do my foundation. So for my foundation, I use the Maybelline FitMe. It looks like this. There you go. And I use the color Classic Beige. This is the first time I've bought this foundation. I so far love it. It gives me full coverage and it doesn't irritate my skin. Because of my acne, I've been very careful to not use foundations that are gonna hurt me. So I put about this much on my brush and then I just work it in. Once I've done that with the brush, I go in with my beauty blender and just buff out any of the like harshness that the brush might have created. And then I go in to see if like there's areas of my face that need more. So I'll go ahead and like touch those areas up. Not sure if you can see on camera, but there's a little excess there. So then I just go back with the beauty blender And that's it for foundation. So this little bad boy goes away. I go back in with my concealer, same concealer, e.l.f. concealer. And generously put a lot of this underneath my eyes. Don't at me. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. It really isn't. And this is when I look a little crazy, because then I start like doing my nose. So just so you guys can see what it looks like. And then before I set it, I actually go in with my hands and I press it in just to prevent creases from happening. My eyes tend to be super dry, so I have to do this a lot, because even if I don't, even when I do, I still get creases. So that's it for concealer. Concealer goes by now, and so I do my brows. And then I go in with the famous Airspun Translucent. Stuff is everywhere because I did a TikTok where I blew into it and it just went everywhere. Again, with the beauty blender, I dip it. And I set. Same thing on the other eye. While that is setting, I go in with my Jeffree Star JS2 from the Morphe collaboration. I get some of that same powder and I just okay, right about here, I start to look a little pale compared to the rest of my body. I'm super tanned, so it's been a hard summer trying to find a good shade for my face. So this 245 is actually like 3 or 4 shades darker than my original shade. So I go in with tons of bronzer to kind of like warm up my face. So I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. So, and I use the light to medium. Probably should be using medium to dark, I think. Okay, and then I go in with my Alamar Cosmetics bronzer brush. It looks like this. I love the flathead. And I dab into the middle one. So I'll go here. As you can see, that's starting to warm up my face a little bit. I do it on the jawline. Okay. That's it, I think, for the most part of bronzer. It's a little light still. It's okay, we're not done. And then I go in with Alamar Cosmetics brightening brush. This is a highlighter brush. I love to use it for my blush. Wow, I can't even talk today. Okay, so this is what the brush looks like. I go in with the Alamar Cosmetics Colorete Blush Trio. And I normally, as you can see, tap into this one, but I don't do that one. I do this one now. Alrighty, and then I go back in with Airspun and I clean up my edges. Same thing with the Beauty Blender, tap. I let it set. I try to even it out. Sometimes I'm higher on one end than the other. And then those are done. While that is setting, I work on my brows. So if you haven't noticed, I'm obsessed with Jeffree Star and all his stuff. So I go in with my brows. I use the Jeffree Star, I don't know what number this is. I don't know, it's part of his collection, but it's for your brows. It has this at the end and then this at the other end. And then I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So first things first, I brush my brows up. And yes, I know my brows are hairy. Do not come at me. I dip. And then with the lid, there's all this stuff here because then I do this. Oh God, this is so scary to do on camera. This is like the part of my face that always takes forever because my brows hate me. And if you can't tell, one's more arched than the other, one's longer, whatever, we're doing it. Okay, so again, I apologize. Actually, maybe I'll stay here and just use the phone. I can't, I need my mirror. Okay. So here I go in and I just arch my brows and then I outline at the bottom. I try to like keep it pretty centered. Then I do the same thing to the top. That looks a little crazy. So then I just, as I'm working through them, I just brush. I try to like fill in the little gap here. All right, that's one brow, halfway done. Then I go in with the second brow. I'm doing the same thing, grading product and then putting the excess on the cap. I'm gonna outline the bottom. I feel like one brow is always easier than the other, and I wish I knew which one because sometimes they vary. I feel like today this is the one that's acting better. Okay, and that is don't mind my husband yelling. I don't know what he wants. Okay, so I think that they're pretty even. I feel like this one might be a little bit darker, but whatever. Okay, so the second step is I go in with this, what? Oh, it's fine, I'll call her back. I go in with an oval concealer brush. Before I do that though, I need to remove this because then it'll look crazy if it's too light. And I go back in with the concealer and I just clean up my brows because my brows are, you probably can't see on camera, but I can tell there's hair all alongside here. So I don't even pull it out. I just do this. That's how much is on my brush. Literally not that much. And I just, on my skin, because then it makes it easier for me to just do this. And this brow is definitely thicker, so I'm gonna go in and clean it up a little bit. Perfect, okay. That's it for my brows, that's it for my face. I don't do much. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't claim to be a makeup artist. I just know how to touch my face and my mom's face because, to be honest, I practice on her a lot. Okay, now I go in with my eyes. I did prime them with primer. I did put concealer on them. I'm sorry, foundation on them. So now I go back in with the Airspun and I just set them. And for that, I'll use, again, a Jeffree Star brush, JS5. Looks like this. I just dab it. Okay, might come to a shock to everyone, but I don't usually do a lot of eyeshadow. I don't know, I don't really like it. So I go in with this Tarte palette. I love this palette. It's very like, I don't know, it's just so much stuff I can do with this palette. When I travel, it's the palette I take with me because it has my eyeshadows, my contour palette, it just has everything. So with this palette, I normally base it off with this color here. So I'll tap into that. And then I just all over the lid. Same thing to the other eye. The next color I use is this one right here. I'm gonna switch brushes. This is the JS6. Again, tapping into this color. So hard to do this when I'm looking at my phone to make sure that I'm on camera. Okay, and then I use the same color. I'm gonna use a different brush. What? Actually, no, I'm gonna use the same brush. Okay, same color. And I go under. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, that's all I do for eyeshadow. The last thing I do is I go in with eyeliner. This is so hard. I've never done this in my vanity before. I always have to get like super up and close to a mirror, but we're gonna try this for this video. I don't do much with this. I kind of just like line my eyes super close. So if I go off camera, I'm sorry. My mirror again is here. So this is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner. Let's see if that focuses. Okay, let's try this. Oh my. Maybe I should do this more often here because this was a lot quicker than it normally takes me. I jinxed it. My eyeliner is another thing that hates me because I had a friend in high school, Roxy, who always said her eyeliner always took her the longest. And I never understood why. I now understand why. Okay, so I'm gonna think that these are pretty darn even. My mom is FaceTiming me. Ah! All right, I'm gonna shut her off. She'll keep calling. Okay, I think we're done with eyeliner. That's it. Before I do mascara, I learned this trick from someone. I don't know who taught me this trick. I just know that I learned it. It was probably YouTube, to be honest. Before I put my highlighter and my mascara on, you're supposed to set your face. So the reason being is that once you set your face after you have mascara on, your lashes tend to wilt, like go like this instead of like being nice and fluffy and going up. And it's true, at least for me, your highlighter tends to stick to your wet face more and it just lasts longer. So I go in with the Glam Glow Glow Setter. And yeah, so I'm gonna set my face. That was a lot. The spray bottle, for whatever reason, doesn't really like disperse a lot, if that makes sense. I don't know. And then I just do this. Before it's completely set, I go in with the Artist Couture. I got this in my BoxyCharm box like a year ago and I absolutely love it. It's called Summer Haze Diamond Glow Powder. It's beautiful. So that's what I use, and I go in with, yes, you guessed it, the Jeffree Star JS4. And I just use the residue from the cap. Ooh, that one had a lot. And then I go on my nose. And above my brow bone. And that's it for highlight. Alrighty, and then I go in with the Blinc, I think that's how you say it, Black Lash Primer. Again, BoxyCharm, love them. And I just prime my lids. That's primer, that's not even mascara, so pretty impressed. And then I'll do the other side. Okay, I hate that my lashes do this too. There's always one that looks better. I don't know. Beats me. Last thing I go in with is the Lily Lashes Triple X Mascara in the color black. And I just finish it off. I'm so sorry if you can hear cars. I live by a very busy street and my window happens to face the street, so. All right, so there's that for one lash. And I think that's it for the other, and then I just do the bottom lashes. And that's it for my face. Last thing is my lips. I get this question asked a lot. No, I do not have fillers in my lips. It's genes. My dad has huge lips. My mom has big lips. My sister has even, like, if you think mine are big, hers are massive. So that's what I gotta say about that. So I did hydrate my lips, so they're a little bit hydrated now. I go in with a Smashbox. There we go. And this is called Stepping Out. And so it looks like this. That's it for that. I don't really line my lips. I just go with the natural flow of things. Last thing I use, I've talked about this before. It's my absolute favorite. It's from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's a Lint plumping gloss. I obviously don't do it for the plumping. I do it because I just love the consistency of the product. I love, what is the word I'm trying to use? I don't even know. I just love the product. I love how it stays. I love all of that. So and that is it. That's how I do my makeup. My hair is next. That's a video for another day, because that's also another thing that I keep getting asked about, is how I curl my hair and things like that. If you didn't know, my hair is naturally very curly. And so I have to straighten it or blow dry it first and then curl it. So I will walk you guys through all of that when it's wash hair day. But I'm excited, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe and you like this video. Thanks for watching.